As an attorney, people come to us about lots of different kinds of accidents and injuries. And I believe that my role in part is to educate people. What are some of the things that you can do to educate your family and your friends to make sure that they're as careful as possible and less likely to sustain significant injuries? One of the most important things you can do for children or people riding motorcycles is encourage them to wear those helmets and wear protective clothing. With the helmets, we're protecting ourselves against a head injury, and this can be so very important even with a young child who's riding very close to the ground. If the child falls and hits their head on the concrete road or on the sidewalk, this can cause a significant head injury. So we can protect ourselves against that by simply wearing helmets. One of the other most important things that you can do is make sure that everyone is wearing their seatbelts. It is so important that all adults in the car are wearing their seatbelts and that the children are securely and properly put in their car seats. Without this, we have issues related to adults that aren't restrained. Now they're loose in the car during an accident and they may hit the children. Amazingly, these car seats are very effective at protecting our children. And so I encourage everybody, educate your friends and family, keep everybody in a seatbelt every time you back out of a parking space. With regard to other things that you can do, it is often with a front end impact, the person driving may have the airbag come out. Airbags save lives. They are very important. Significant injuries from front trauma have gone down because of the airbags that we have today. The problem is, especially for those of us that may be a little bit shorter, we have a tendency to ride and push our seat very close to the wheel. The problem is these airbags come out with significant force, and we have had clients that had scarring on their face or chest because they were too close. I've actually had clients who had a fractured sternum because they were so close to that steering wheel when the airbag came out, they sustained those injuries. So it is so very important to be thinking about where you're seated in the car and put your seat as far back as is comfortable for you to still drive, but still be able to easily reach the gas or the brakes. But just be thinking about that and educate your other members of your family so that everybody's aware that this is an issue. Over the years, we have represented families who've had folks that were riding in the back of pickup trucks or family pets that are riding in the back of pickup trucks. Unfortunately, this is not a safe way to travel. There is no protection if there's an accident. There's no protection if that truck is pushed over or loses its ability to stay on the road straight and flat. So I do recommend that you educate your friends and family. Unless you're on a hayride, do not have family members in the bed of a vehicle. Do not have your pets back there. If something happens, it is likely going to lead to significant injuries. This is just another way that you can educate your family and keep them safe.